Enterprise World magazine. Today's guest is a trailblazing creator transforming the world of comics, storytelling, and visual media. As the CEO of Metal Ninja Studios, he has redefined what modern independent publishing can achieve, blending creativity, technology, and community driven storytelling. His mission goes beyond entertainment. It's about empowering creators, elevating unique voices, and shaping the future of the comic industry. Please join me in welcoming one of the most visionary business leaders shaping the future of comics in 2026, Mr. Joel Rodriguez. Joel, thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you with us today on the show.
Oh, the honor is mine. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So let's get started with the segment one. So we'll briefly talk about your professional journey and career and timeline here. So let's start with, what inspired or what sparked the idea of Metal Ninja Studios, and how did your personal experiences shape the company's direction?
That's a great question. Metal Ninja Studios started as a passion project for me, just a way for me to express my creativity in comics. And over time, as I was learning how to create comics and then also how to create a business around comics, I learned that there weren't a lot of resources for the up-and-coming creator. And just over time, my mission gradually shifted from telling my own stories to building a platform that helps other creators tell theirs, whether it's through our Done For You services or through our new Concept to Comic Academy, our educational platform.
That's excellent. So Metal Ninja Studios is known for its immersive storytelling and multi-genre creativity. So at what point did you realize that comics would become artistically powerful and globally influential?
I think they've had a major impact in the global economy as an entertainment medium for quite a while. The issue that I've seen is the barrier to entry and the understanding of how to actually enter the industry has been very limited and restrictive over time. So my mission is actually to ease those barriers and make it easier for people to leverage comics.
That's wonderful. So every creator and entrepreneur has a guiding philosophy. So what core belief drives Metal Ninja Studios, and how does that belief show up in your storytelling and business decisions?
My core belief is that everyone has a story to tell if they have the opportunity to. For far too long, even myself, we haven't necessarily had the confidence or the understanding or the know-how to tell our stories. Far too many people think that entertainment is dying in one shape or form, or that there aren't any new or fresh stories, and I think that is fundamentally false. People just need to know how to tell those stories, and that's what we're trying to do.
That's fantastic. So building a studio that balances creativity, production quality, and business sustainability is a major challenge. What were some of the biggest challenges or hurdles that you faced early on, and also how did you sort of overcome them?
Well, for me personally, it was building a business while also learning the creative side simultaneously. So there were two very steep learning curves, and I overcame them through really perseverance and not being afraid to make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes in the years since I started the company, and I find that that's just the path to growth. And since I was doing two simultaneous things, learning an entire creative avenue while also learning the entrepreneurial side of it, it was pretty much just needing to have a thick skin and being able to be willing to take the risks and make the sacrifices.
That's quite pioneering. So as the CEO, you lead as a creator, a visionary, a strategist, and also a mentor. So how do you manage these diverse responsibilities while ensuring that the studio continues to innovate and grow?
I'd like to say that I allow myself to have a vision so large that everyone on my team can fit their vision within my own. That way, I'm not forcing anyone to come along to build this thing that I want to build. Everyone is trying to achieve their own goals, but me as the visionary has a goal so large that in them achieving what they want, it works towards my overall vision.
That's awesome. So the comic industry is undergoing a massive shift with digital platforms, fan-driven communities, and global collaborations. So how does Metal Ninja Studios stay ahead of all of these changes and maintain excellence in their work?
I think the biggest thing that we do is we put a major emphasis on the individual creatives and really hone in on the quality of the craft, especially with the advent of AI art and technologically based art. Comics are entering a phase to where the individual artistic creator, the person behind the art, is going to be much more valued over the fact that you can spit something out quickly on AI. There's always going to be someone that wants the quick and easy route, but the demand for the personable art is never going to go away, and we lean more into that instead of chasing technological trends or looking for the quick buck.
Yeah, that's right. I think personal brand does create a connection with the audience, and that's key for growth. So yeah, that's great. If you had to describe Metal Ninja Studios' experience in one sentence up until now, what would it be?
Enduring through hardship. We do everything that we can to push through whatever hardships we face at the time, knowing that it will pass.
That's well said. So, looking back at your journey, what advice would you give to emerging creators and business leaders who want to build something meaningful in the world of comics?
Understand that every hard day you face is just the entry fee for every good day. You're not going to be able to get around any difficult days. It's never going to be perfect, but the one thing that matters is that you keep going and you keep pushing. Whether you're trying to become an artist or whether you're trying to become a CEO or a CMO, it's going to get hard, and as long as you have the ability to push through, you will achieve everything that you want at the end.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think one needs to just be a go-getter. So that's great advice there. So yeah, we've wrapped up the first segment. So we'll quickly move on to the second segment, which is the rapid fire round. So let's have some fun this time, Joel. Spontaneous answers only, one word. One word that defines you as a leader.
Relentless.
A book, quote, or philosophy that fuels your creative vision.
Atomic Habits by James Clear.
One misconception about the comic industry you'd like to correct.
It's not dying and it's not going anywhere.
Your go-to productivity habit or creative ritual.
Making sure I hit the gym every day.
That's a good one. The most rewarding part of leading Metal Ninja Studios.
When I have creators tell me that I'm breathing a new life into their existing IP.
So if you weren't running a comic studio, what field would you like to explore?
Probably something in the fitness industry.
Your personal mantra in one line.
Every day you're not the same. Whether that's good or bad is up to you.
Those answers were very prompt and very amazing. So yeah, this brings us to the end of the segment 2 as well. So we'll move on to the segment 3 now. So Joel, if from all of your experiences and knowledge working in the comic industry, what is that one piece of message that you'd like to give to aspiring next generation of creators and leaders who want to reshape the comic industry and want to leave a lasting legacy? Like, how do they take the first step? Where do they start?
start small. No matter what you're trying to build, you're not going to build it in a day. Whether I'm talking to a new writer, a new artist, or someone who's trying to start a business venture, my advice is everyone who tries to do something big is always thinking about the big thing they want to do, whether it's your 30-issue epic or making the new Lord of the Rings. Metal Ninja Studios started with a 4-page anthology story that I tried to get in somewhere else. And that 4 pages over the 7 years since we started the business has grown into everything that it is today. I didn't start this business with the intention of creating everything that I have. I started with 4 pages worth of comics.
Yeah, I think that's really wise wisdom right there, because one needs to start small but build later. So yeah, starting and taking the first step is essential. That's really great advice. So this brings us to the end of the third segment and the beginning of the fourth segment. So this is the last and final one. Looking ahead, what major trends do you see shaping the future of comics, storytelling, and indie publishing worldwide?
Well, there's a growing fear and apprehension within the industry about the advent of AI, which I mentioned in an earlier question. But I think that the trend will be kind of a divide between the quick access for AI comics and then the high quality deliverables that you get from professionally designed human-made comics. And then also to that end, I think that over time, at least if I have anything to say about it, there will be a wider recognition to the ability of comics to build and establish intellectual properties, both for creatives as well as for corporations who can leverage it as marketing material.
That's very insightful. So this brings me to the final question. How is Metal Ninja Studios positioning itself to help creators and audience embrace these changes while driving innovation and deeper storytelling impact?
The 2 things in particular that we're doing are our concept to comic done for you process. That is a one-stop shop process to where anyone can come to us with chicken scratch on a napkin, an existing intellectual property such as a book or a video game, or a company trying to expand their marketing materials. They can come to us, and within 6 months they have a completed comic completely done for them. That way they can lock into that professional quality without needing to learn the ins and outs of the creative process. And then for the up-and-coming creator who wants to learn how to make comics and do it themselves, we launched the Concept to Comic Academy, which is our educational platform that is allowing us to help the next generation of comic creators, hopefully the way that other people helped me get to where I am.
That sounds very promising. So yeah, this brings us to the end of the interview, Joel. But before we say our goodbyes, I just want to give you a small vote of thanks. So thank you so much for sharing with us your journey, insights, and inspiring mission behind Metal Ninja Studios. I think it's an incredible learning about your approach to creativity, leadership, and innovation, and how you're shaping the future of the comic industry. So for all our viewers right there, we'll be back soon with such more powerful conversations featuring leaders who are transforming industries and driving meaningful change right here on the Enterprise World magazine. Thank you so much, Joel, for your time and effort for this interview, and I wish you all the best with your role and company ahead.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, nice meeting you, and have a great day ahead.
You as well.
Yes, bye, take care.
Bye.